Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to your literacy lesson of the 15th of January 2021. So, after all the work that you've been doing for the last week, you are now going to put that to the test and complete a feature find of a newspaper report. So, as your starter, I would like you to imagine a new school has opened. What could your headline be? And this can be your headline for your report next week. To get some inspiration, use the internet to search for other examples of headlines. See if you can make a catchy headline that will make people want to read your report. Excuse me. So again, practice reading the text and use your actions to help you. Today, I want you to really focus on everything you've learnt this week. Look for the verbs, look for the adverbs, look for the time conjunctions and adverbials and examples of indirect and direct speech. Remember, you can pause the slides at any point to go at your own pace. Okay, so firstly, I would like you to just pause the video now and see if you can remember any of the features that we spoke about last week and write as many as you can remember. I'm now going to show you what those features are. So we've got the name of the newspaper, which is at the top. That is when you buy an actual newspaper rather than an internet article. An interesting headline and subheadline, an introductory paragraph that includes the 5 W's, captions for all pictures, facts about the main events, writing in the third person and past tense, apart from when you are in the concluding paragraph, which is often in present tense because that is what's happening now, quotes written as direct speech using inverted commas, and a conclusion paragraph to explain what might happen next. We've also got reported speech, powerful verbs and adverbs, and we've got our time conjunctions and time adverbials because our report is written in chronological order. So we've got a headline once again. So if you want to read this slide, we will just familiarise yourself with what a headline is and think about what the headline for our report is. Here are some examples of headlines again. The introductory paragraph, which can be called the orientation, and those include the 5 W's with why and how being explained briefly before going into the main body of the report. And here's an example of an introductory paragraph that we saw last week. You've got the captions and the pictures. So we've got the caption, which tells you a little bit more information about the picture, and think about what the picture could show in your report. The facts. And again, we did this activity last week, so just to remind yourself the difference between fact and opinion. The third person, because you are talking about what happened to others, and past tense, because it is about an event that has already happened, apart from in the concluding paragraph where people often speak about what is happening now as a result of the event. Quotes using inverted commas. Remember, this is direct speech and the words have to be the exact words that were spoken by the person. That can then be used as reported speech when you report to somebody what has already been said. And there, the concluding paragraph to close the report and to tell people what is happening now or what might happen next. So now we need to try and find all of these features in our report. So what I've done, I've colour coded all of the features in different colours on our report. So for mild, I'll just show you what you've got to do. Remember, you can go back on the video or press pause if you need to stay on a slide for a longer amount of time. So I've colour coded the whole report. And what you've got to do, you've got to fill in the colour for what feature it is represented by that colour. So what colour have I highlighted the headline in? You colour that box there in that correct colour, and you move down the list of features, colouring in the features in the correct colour. Then tick if you think the following are included in the newspaper report. So have we spoken about who, what, where, when, why and how? And make notes of these if you want to add a bit more detail to your work today. Have we got an example of an introductory paragraph, a concluding paragraph, a picture and a caption? So that's the easier option for today's work, where you are just looking at the newspaper report and seeing what colour I've used to represent each of the features. Now, hot, what you've got to do, you've got to read the blank version of the newspaper report. And what you've got to do, you've actually got to write the evidence from the text. So where it says headline, next to the word headline, you would write the actual headline of the report. Where it says time conjunction or adverbials, you would write examples of time conjunctions and time adverbials next to it. Where it says direct speech, which is a quote, or indirect speech, you would take examples from the report that represents that feature, and so on for the rest of the table. So by doing this, it will show me whether you've understood what you've learnt this week. It will also show me and the other teachers if you understand what is the recipe for a newspaper report. What do we have to include in our writing so that it fits the structure of a newspaper report? And what's going to happen in the next week, is you are going to plan and write your own newspaper report. So you're going to put everything you've learnt so far together and create your own newspaper report about a brand new school that has opened as a result of the old one being destroyed by James Brunel. So if you have any problems with the learning, please email us at year4@thepalmeracademy.com. Or if you're unsure about if we're accessing all of your emails, if your email address is not up to date, please give the school a ring next week and there'll be someone there to answer your call. We will be doing calls next week again. And I hope you have a lovely weekend. Please stay safe, enjoy the rest of your home learning, and we will speak soon.